Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's almost 2024, and I'm planning to make a series of R programming for beginners tutorials. And let me first introduce myself. I'm ready. I'm a PhD student specializing in politics science at the University of Essex. And my research is about authoritarian regimes, democratization, international conflict, coups, and the political economy. Since 2023, in fall, I work as a teaching assistant for module GB900, which is an introduction course to quantitative methods and data analysis 1. And I'm excited to share my knowledge and help beginners navigate the work of R programming. And let's get started. First, let's go to the posit.co to download R and Rstudio. Download it. To use R, first need to download install R, then install RStudio. We just go to, if you use Mac, just download this one. If you use Windows, download this one. And please be aware that Mac, there are two versions for Mac OS. One is for Apple Silicon, M1 or M2, and one is for older Intel macOS Silicon. So just choose whichever suit for you. When you download R and install R, you can go to install RStudio. I have a link here to show you how to install R and RStudio on macOS and the Windows. And if you have any questions, if you have any problems in installing, please check the link below. I think it's very easy to install, so I'm not going to waste time to focus this. So when you install R and RStudio, we can forget about R because we don't directly use R software application. We directly use RStudio. So, but you have to install R. But we don't need to run R first, then run RStudio. We can just directly run RStudio, and the RStudio will run R. So when you open the RStudio, you will see this screen, and there are 3 parts. Actually, there are 4 parts of the screen, but today we just show you the 3 parts. As the course goes by, we will focus on the one of the most important pane. So today we will focus on the 3 parts. The first one, this is called interface of RStudio. And there are console, and there is a prompt like this. This is called console. And here you can have the R version, which is 4.3.2. This is the most recent version of R. And there are some introductions of the R but we don't need to worry about that. We will. So if you find this annoying, you can clear the screen, just Control L, then you got a clean console. And this arrow is a prompt, which means the R is ready for you to input command. For example, we use R to help us to calculate, then we get the outcome, and the console will accept your command and tells you the outcome. So the bottom right is the file pane, file part. Here you can say and reach your files, and there are several QMD and the PNG file. We don't need to worry about that now. We just know that you can reach file through here, and this plots pane will show you pictures or tables which you get from the command console. For example, look at this. You don't need to worry about the command. We will cover that later. But I just show you, if you get a picture, it will show you here, plots. And there are other package help viewer, we will cover that later. And the top right is their environment. The environment will tell you the objects you created or tables, datasets you upload or created. For example, if we create a object which is we limit as X and assign a value 27 to X. This we can read it as X gets the value 27. You can see that it shows here, which means the values name is X and the value is 27. So if we go back console and type X, we got 27. So we can directly use the X since once we created a, for example, if we use X to the power of 2, which means 27 times 27, we get this. And here is a, go back to here, there's a history tab. Here, we'll save all the command you have just typed input. For example, I input 1, 2, 3 times 3, 2, 1. If we want to rerun it, we can just copy it to console. Look at it. It's on the console, and we can run it. Just press return. It will rerun it. But also we can use the arrow to up arrow to get the previous command. Tap 1, press 1 is it next to this one, and continue. You will get this one. If we continue, we get this one. And we continue, we get this one. You get the idea. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the basic operations. So it's deal with numeric variables. It's addition. We can use 1, 2, 3 plus 3, 2, 1. It's the same as what we learned from mathematics. And subtraction, multiplication. Notice that the multiplication is the stars icon, ER. And division is the slash. This is slash, not backslash, right? I always confused with the backslash. And this is exponent. Exponent I have just showed you, which is should be in the share the same key with 6. So you should shift and press 6. You get this power operation. And the square root. Square root is a little tricky, which is SQRT, which is short for square root. And you can get this. And the remainder, which is double percent sign. The remainder, which is 10 divided 3, 10 divided by 3, we get what? We get 3, but we 3 integer, we get 3.3.3. But if we want to get the remainder, that will be 3 times 3 plus 1. The 1 is the remainder, which we will get this. I'll show you on the, yeah. Let me show you quickly. 1, 2, 3 divided by 3, 2, 1. Let's show you. 1, 2, 3 plus square root. 1, 2, 3. And the remainder. 3. Yeah. You get 1 remainder. This I just showed you. If you want to rerun previous commands, you use upper or history, like I showed you here. Okay, I think that's all for the first part of the lesson 1. I guess there are 3 or 4 parts each time. Each part is 10 minutes. I don't want to get too much materials in each part. 10 minutes is, I guess it's a perfect time. But if you want to learn, you can go back to the code and follow it, and try it on your computer, on your R Studio, and say if you get the same outcome. If it isn't, if it's different, try to figure out if there any typo or something. I think the best way to learn a programming language, the first step is to just follow. Maybe sometimes you don't understand why we have to do this, why we have to do that, but just follow, copy the code and then run it on your computer and to see what happened. And if there's an error, just to figure out what's happened. Just like we learn any language. When we were babies, we just imitate, copy what our parents or brothers said and follow them. And day by day, we can learn the language. The programming language is the same. So we just, in the first step, we just follow. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.